Okay, guys, welcome. Oh, orientation devices. Take back. Why isn't it? Okay. I don't know why the phone is doing this right now, but okay. I'm first. Oh, hey, welcome, Ghetto Preacher. Guys, go subscribe to Aaron. He is Ghetto Preacher. Aaron, I was watching some of your videos. I had left you a comment. I have to go catch other, get to know each as well. The real Colin, welcome each other. Subscribe to Ghetto Preacher. Subscribe to Sly Jones. Subscribe to the real Aaron Collins. Watch their videos. Leave them comments. Show them some love. You know, network with each other. Now, I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk about something that's very, very important. So I was talking to someone and you know, they had told me that YouTube isn't fun for them anymore. And this person had been doing YouTube even longer than I've been doing YouTube. Like, they were one of the originals on YouTube. And, you know, they told me in private. But, you know, I did tell them I was making this video. And they said it's fine. Just don't say their name. And she had told me that she's been doing YouTube for a long time. I think she said since like 2009. And I said, you know, hey, that's cool, you know, so, you know, we're talking, and she said she just doesn't think it's fun anymore, and, you know, how she feels like how her platform should have grown more. And, you know, it is hard, especially now, it's harder for smaller YouTubers to grow, you know, due to the algorithms, which simply are not in our favor, especially if you're making any sort of pro-Black content, you know, it's not going to be in your favor. So I was telling her, I was like, why don't you move over to Patreon? And she told me that nobody likes her. And I was like, who told you nobody likes you? And, you know, I feel like that's just something that she internalizes. Because I feel like oftentimes we listen to what people have to say about us. And I told her, I was like, hey, listen, you know, you're, you know, a woman who has no children, who is successful in your real life off of YouTube. That's something worth talking about. If I listened to everyone who sat up here who called me boring, I wouldn't have started a Patreon. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even continue to make videos, because that would have meant that I internalized that. And what I don't want for us to do as content creators, as YouTubers, is to internalize these nasty comments that we get in the comment section. All of my comments are comment approved now, and they have been for months, because you guys know I was dealing with a certain trolling. And most of the time, I don't even go back to even look at the comments, because it's just always somebody trying to say something nasty. And it's like, this is why I have more than 20 moderators, because I'm like, listen, if you're a longtime supporter and you're not a troll, because if you make somebody a moderator, their comments just post, you don't have to approve them. Like, I trust you, like, you can just post, you know? But for me to have to sit through comments, and it's like, you know. And Michelle Obama, she said that. She said if she had listened to what everyone had to say, she wouldn't be married to the President of the United States. People are going to try to tear you down, and you don't let them. The same people who will sit up here and call me boring were subscribed to me at one point, or were my regular viewers at one point in 2018. Now all of a sudden that I want to be positive, and I decide, you know what, I want to focus on things that are affecting us in the Black community, they want to say I'm boring. That just tells me more about your personality and how negative you are, and how low vibrational you are, and how much of a despicable person you are. Oh, you're boring. Oh, really? Well, while you're sitting up here calling me boring, I'm sitting here attending meetings trying to figure out how to get clean water to Newark, New Jersey. Mind you, Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water, okay? The same people that you're sitting up here calling boring are meeting with other people in the community trying to figure out how they can help those in need. Like, I don't understand. Certain people have a platform, and hold on, guys. Yes? Okay. Sorry, guys, I need to walk out the living room. My sister's watching Pretty Little Liars, which, by the way, I actually have gotten into. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of hooked on the show. But anywho, if I listened to what people had to say, if I internalized that, then I would have stopped a long time ago. Now I'm moving on to another platform, not because of other people, but because it's better for me, okay? That's what I'm telling her. I'm like, folks are coming on YouTube nowadays and they're just fighting with each other. It's a pride thing at this point, if you ask me. YouTube isn't paying. A lot of these videos are getting flagged down. What are we arguing with each other for? So that we don't get labeled boring? By who? And who are these people to label anybody boring? What makes them more important? See, you know what I've realized? A lot of people have failed at some point in their life. And when they come to YouTube, they get that attention that they never got in real life. Maybe they wanted to be a cheerleader, couldn't cut it. Maybe they wanted to be on the basketball team, couldn't cut it. Maybe they wanted to be singers, couldn't cut it. But now that they come to YouTube, they get in that attention. If I had listened to people to move back to Arkansas, I wouldn't have received the best health care from Mayo Clinic. Exactly. Don't pay them any mind, just love what you do. Oh, hey, Mr. Wise. Guys, check out Mr. Wise. He makes animations. They're probably mad because they can't be you, Bianca. You know, I feel like some people have, like, they look at somebody and they just have such hatred in their heart. And you will look at something like us. People will look at me like, oh, well, she lives with her parents. And yeah, but you know, I'm not going to be here forever, and so what? I'm working towards a goal. You could be mad because I'm young and because you're older and you're just miserable. Who knows what your problem is? Bianca, you're a jewel level. Thank you. They say that because you don't get into all the messy drama. Oh, hey, Brandon Nation, welcome. Okay, guys. Back to the broadcast. But yeah, guys, go subscribe to Brandonmation. He also does animations. You recently changed your profile picture to potato chip with arms. Before it was kind of a Patrick Starfish kind of a thing. I realize why Patrick Starfish is so stupid, people. He lives under a rock. Yep. That's exactly what's going on there. And some people in real life, they live under rocks. And you can tell with their lack of social skills and everything. Now, I've also been called antisocial. And I would not say that I'm antisocial at all. I would say that I'm selectively social. Emil A, hello, I subscribed to your channel a few months ago. Welcome, Emil A. And being selectively social, I feel like people don't like that. They don't like it when you choose to not engage with them. Because a lot of people deep down, they want other people's approval. They want other people's acceptance. They want to feel a part of something. Why do you think the minute one person doesn't like someone, everybody doesn't like them? One person doesn't like me. Oh, well, I guess I don't like Bianca either. You don't like me. Have we met before? Have we spoken? Have I ever said anything about you in the comment section anywhere? I find it quite odd for you to like somebody who's really just never spoken to you and you've never spoken to them. That reminds me of when I used to be in school and, you know, I used to have to do conflict management, basically where I would sit there and I would be a conflict manager between two people, and there would just always be this really aggressive, angry girl that you could tell something was going on at home and she was bringing it out at school. And, sin nombre paisa. Hi, Queen BB in the chat. Oh, welcome. Hello, good evening. Oh, hey, Raw Honesty. Guys, go subscribe to Raw Honesty. Go subscribe to Brandonmation. Show them some love. So, yeah. And there would just always be this really angry girl, because I went to an all-girls school, so I guess there was nothing but to just, you know, for these girls to just argue with each other all day. Oh, hey, One Boardwalk Angel Forever. Welcome, welcome. And I just always found it quite odd because there would just always be someone doing something that just didn't make any sense. I remember there was this one girl who I literally had to make a big deal for her to stop talking to me. Okay, I remember it was to the point where the police almost had to get involved. This was school, this was at work, because she was just really, really nasty. I don't know if anybody here has ever had to deal with a nice, nasty coworker, but I've had to deal with a nasty coworker, and she was just miserable in life. And I told her at one point, I was like, if you continue to harass me, I will call the police. And she would just continue to poke at me and poke at me and poke at me. I'm like, okay. So one day I called the police and they actually showed up to the job. And like my supervisor is sitting there like, why are the police here? And basically she feels like I blew the situation out of proportion. And I'm like, it's not out of proportion. When I say don't talk to me, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. You've established you don't like me. Okay, fine. I never knew what her problem was. Come to find out, she had liked some guy at the job and she thought I liked him. And I'm like, that ugly guy? Come on now. You're sitting here fighting me over this man who don't even want you, which was the funny part about it. He don't want you, sis. Women who will sit here and fight you over a man, come on now. And I remember my supervisor was like, oh, this just got out of hand. And I'm like, it's not out of hand because you wanted me to continue to engage with her. Why do you want me to engage with somebody who is bringing negativity to me? I'm literally just trying to come here and get some extra money for the summer and go home. And every time I come here, she has some slick comment to make directly to me and subliminals too. Like, why? To me, it's the stupidest thing when people try to start fights at work. It's like, dude, we have to see each other every day, 5 days a week. Why make each other miserable? Why not work together? And again, she was another person who had something going on. I remember her fighting with her ex-boyfriend at the job and bringing that drama to the job. So that's exactly what YouTube has become. You need therapy. A lot of these people had some crummy and really unstable people who do not need to have the Wi-Fi password, who don't need to have smartphones, because what they're doing with it is not productive at all. At all. Like I said, I'll be giving my opinions on most things on Patreon, so that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about how YouTube has become just a dumping ground for people's emotional distress and to take it out on everybody. And it's like, why? Like, I've never been the kind of person to take out my personal problems on people. If I have something going on in my life, you wouldn't even know it. So why sit here and take your problems out on people? Yeah, a bunch of toddlers spazzing out. Exactly. People that don't need to have the Wi-Fi password. People that need to have their phones confiscated and thrown in a desk like they used to do in school. People who are contributing nothing positive to society, to the YouTube community. I'll be so happy when YouTube discovers what's going on this side, this sector of the YouTube, so that they can completely dismantle these channels. I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy when I see certain people get banned permanently from YouTube. It'll be such a joy for me to watch. The same people who have sat up here and have called me boring and have said things, to watch them get banned or watch their channels be completely pulled by YouTube. I'm mad you have outgrown so many creators mentally and you're so much younger. And I feel like, you know, that just speaks volumes. I'm the kind of person, I meditate. Certain things that used to be entertaining to me aren't entertaining to me anymore. And someone had said something, I think it was the Honorable Minister, a person who has gained knowledge and whatnot. There are certain things I simply can't even tolerate to have around me. I can't have it in my midst. And I see a lot of fakeness here on YouTube, and I don't respect fake, phony, and fraudulent people, and I can't have that in my midst. That's how. So, is it buffering for everyone else? Oh, let me end it then. I didn't know it was buffering, but thank you guys so much for coming. I do appreciate it. I'm going to make a video about that, about how people outgrow things. Join me on Patreon. Like I said, guys, it's $1 a month. we will stop making videos here, with the exception of the interviews that I do with, you know, the rappers and singers and dancers and things like that. After that, I'm going to just be making videos on Patreon. By the way, many of you guys are my patrons: Raw Honesty, Mr. Wise, Brandon Mation, Aaron Collins, Aaron, aka Ghetto Preacher. I put up a poll where I want to know when your birthdays are, because when your birthdays come around, I want to wish each and every one of you a happy birthday. So please make sure when you guys get a chance and you go on Patreon, you guys answer and you let me know when your birthday is, because it means a lot to me that you guys support me, and I really want to know so that when your birthday comes, so I could, you know, say happy birthday, because I think it means a lot for somebody to wish you a happy birthday. Some people don't, you know, get as many happy birthdays. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm about to end the video. All of you guys have a wonderful day. One Boardwalk Angel, have a good night. Yes, thank you. I really enjoy your content, Bianca. Thank you, Aaron Collins. I enjoy yours too. I hope to see you when I go to California, because I'm going to be filming there soon. So I'm going to end the video. Everybody have a wonderful day. And everyone else, join me on Patreon, because that's where I'll be. I have officially graduated. YouTube is like high school for me. And Patreon, we have officially graduated to college, people. Ta-ta!